vitamin C powder. Let's get the elderberry.
Mama, can I have some vitamin C?
Yeah, we'll do vitamin C when we come back in. Elderberry. Alright, zinc. Alright, you ready? Come on, everybody.
Not me.
Not me. Guys, it's going to be very hot. We got to get outside for a little bit. Okay. Oh, I'm hoping you guys are underneath. Good morning. Oh, this vlog is a after being sick vlog and making sure. Oh, you couldn't be in a better spot, you guys. Oh, I'm so happy. We have let our guineas free range. It started a handful of days ago. Look where they found. Oh, it's a little foggy. Uh-oh, the humidity's getting you. Buttercup, good morning, honey. I know, good morning, baby. These dang flies making your eyes water. I'm sorry, we're doing our best. I'm experimenting with different fly sprays, and once I find one or a combination that I think is the best, I will share with you. Oh, I could not be happier. Oh, the guineas. Oh, you want to scratch? That's what that is. I need to post that to Instagram. I filmed how Buttercup gets massages, and she's still learning her manners, but she headbutts me, and then once I start massaging her, she just stays there. I'm so happy. Oh, but this is a vlog after being sick. I used to be really embarrassed to say that we're sick, especially with the way the world went the last couple years, and hi, sweetie. But it's our reality. So we just spent the last few days not feeling great, and so we are now getting back out. But when you have animals, it doesn't matter how sick you feel, you still have some responsibilities. So we came out in our PJs and we're giving everybody water, everybody food, and that's all we did. So the garden hasn't been tended to, so we're about to go check the damage of leaving the garden for a while. I did end up watering yesterday after I hadn't gotten watered in a while. I could not be happier. So the guinea's home. We ended up moving the guineas all the way down to, I can't see in the viewfinder, so I can't even see what I'm pointing at. Back here is, I'll walk to it so I can make sure to show you. On the back side of our property, we moved the guinea hutch, the travel, our big moving, our mobile coop. What we did is we let out one guinea and let them be outside. Next day we let out 2 guineas. Next day we let out 3. And after that they say it should be pretty good. We were kind of nervous. We thought, oh, we probably should have done half and half. But yesterday we ended up letting out all of them. And I got nervous because they stay in a pack. And they were going up in the woods. And we were like, are they going to just disappear? And they did like a perimeter of our property, and they didn't go into the other neighbors, which is really interesting. And they ended up going all the way up in these woods, all the way up on the tree line and coming back. Like they almost like knew exactly our perimeter and did a track around it and then came back down to their home. So that's encouraging. Not saying they can't fly away at some point, but for now, they are doing exactly what we have them for. If all they do is eat the bugs out of Buttercup's stall, wherever Buttercup ends up being, I will be so happy. Once we have our little barn where Buttercup will be permanently, hopefully, maybe we would build a permanent guinea fowl coop over there and kind of encourage that symbiotic relationship of the two of them, because honestly that's the most I'm concerned about the bugs. Yes,
but today we are going to pick carrots.
And we're gonna go pick carrots. Everybody really wanted to be part of this day. We're gonna harvest all of our carrots, which I've been meaning to do for a little while. But out of all the animals,
Mama,
yes.
we got a melon.
Can I show you? Okay, before I get distracted, when I edit vlogs, there's so many times where I start a thought and I never finish it. I'm so sorry. You guys are such champs for sticking with me. Yes, I want the guineas to get ticks for our family, our children, us. Okay, show her in a sweet way, please.
Cassie, please don't step on the melon.
Much better. But honestly, the best relationship that I think the guineas can give us is getting our fly population down around our cows. What are we doing? Okay, we'll get that. It is so hot already, guys. We're gonna have to make this quick. So I'm hoping that I can share with you guys that relationship of guineas to cows, I'm really hoping that relationship is going to prove very effective, and that maybe you guys would consider that. I know we've gotten a lot of feedback of guineas are so loud. We actually got 2 adult guineas given to us because they were too loud for the previous owner. We haven't had an issue yet. Like, I enjoy their little squawk. It doesn't seem any decibel louder than a chicken. I don't know. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, I wish I was exaggerating. We were just out there for a hot second and we just came in the shade. Kids went inside to cool off for a second. So I think we're gonna sprint into the garden, do a quick harvest, and then get back out.
You want to show them how hot it has been? Melted a potting container, little plastic cheapo. Like literally, that's how hot it's been this
Say
week.
too hot. Too hot.
Too hot, very hot.
But I wanted to show you really quick. I thought this was fascinating. Okay, I'm down in my herb garden. I am on gravel, and down here, this is a ground cherry. How it got over here is beyond me. I don't even understand. I thought it was a weed. I almost pulled it like weeks ago, and then I noticed the fruit. That is a ground cherry.
Whoa, I love ground cherry.
I know you do. So you have an extra bonus one over here.
But it kind of has holes from beetles.
Yeah, it's getting some damage, but like this is a weed over here.
This garden bed is so green.
It's crazy. So the birds decided to plant a ground cherry.
Mama,
Yeah, baby.
uppy,
Puppy. How are you feeling?
uppy.
The kids only pretty much have had runny noses, which is great.
No water.
Okay, we've already had a water break. We haven't done anything yet. This is how it kind of goes around here. Probably amplified since we're not feeling our top self. But since we're going this way, we might as well check on our harvest, on how it's doing. So we have all of our red, yellow, and white onions all here, all the way back to the wall. We've got over a year's worth of garlic plus planting next year. And we have a whole table of shallots, which we never buy shallots because they're kind of more of a specialty item. We always just buy onions. And so I will see if this is enough for a year. I'm gonna say it's enough. Red for a year, white for a year. I think next year I might need to get extra bushels of just yellow by themselves. But I am thrilled with this outcome. If this is all we got from our garden this year, I will feel so proud and accomplished, and this is huge. And I can't wait to show you how to bundle them, and they'll be like a twisted little cluster, almost like look like a grape cluster, but in onions, and they'll be hanging probably up in the root cellar. What, baby? You know seaweed? You need to blow your nose again. Come on. We're gonna try this. We're gonna do it really quick because we are all hot and there's still runny noses and tending to and water and snacks. And this is what it's like running our little homestead with a lot of littles, that we do our best, but we're gonna try to pick these really fast.
Careful. Oh, look at this one. I hear.
Oh my gosh, look at that, Callie.
Whoa. I want one.
Look at those. Guys,
I want one.
Look at that. This isn't even our like cool weather. We're gonna plant so many in the fall. Look at that. That's incredible.
I'm all done.
You're all done?
I help.
You help?
I hold it, please.
You hold it, please.
Whoa!
Whoa.
These are small down some. And now it's big. Right there.
Right there?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Right there.
Oh my goodness. Good job.
Who's working hard? Are you working hard? High five. Are you working hard?
Uh-huh.
High five.
High five.
Look at your amazing carrots.
We have eaten so many.
Oh, these carrots. Yeah.
When we're in the garden, we just snack on carrots. So many of them have been eaten that way. We only planted one bed of carrots, and we knew it was going to get hot, so we didn't know if they were going to taste great.
Because carrots are going to be really good in the fall.
They're going to be amazing.
Plus, the benefit, may I say this? We had a conversation late last night, Alex and I, when the kids were in bed, and we said, you know, the cover of the garden is just going to get better and better and better. As we add more cover to the garden, it's going to push that clay down and turn that clay into better soil.
Yes.
So the longer that we do the garden in the same exact spot by adding cover and by adding compost or adding mulch or adding things, organic matter, even the extra leaves that we could crunch down and leave on top as we kind of winterize our garden. What excites me the most right now is that the soil's going to get better, the carrots are going to be able to dig themselves deeper, and I feel like the harvest that we have this year, last year we got like 1 or 2 carrots, correct?
No, the ones that we got were like...
And they were bitter?
They were bitter.
They were not
and then
good.
They were woody because I left them in too long, and they were small.
And these carrots, absolutely delicious. So good. So the more organic matter that we're going to put into the soil, the more that the carrots can go down deeper, those root vegetables, even adding radishes over winter so that they can till the ground below and add that organic matter and then leave them in. And as those start to compost, our soil surface area below, because we have really clay, rocky soil here, adding that cover is just going to develop, heal, and increase the yield size of all of our vegetables. And that is something I'm so excited about. That it's not just a one and done garden. This garden, even if things aren't terrific, we're still improving the soil. And when things aren't perfect, that's okay. That's a lesson in life, right? Yeah. When things don't work out the way that you want, do you quit? No, you just keep going. You keep going. You keep going. So I don't know who needs to hear that today, but encouragement to you. Our first few years of gardening, we're suboptimal. And this year is better than we've ever had it. Next year will be better than we've ever had it. God willing, without a natural disaster or horrendous weather or drought, every year in the same garden spot is going to be better and better and better. And that's what we hope for. That's what we look forward to. So wherever you're at now, if you feel like, man, you're in like our first or second season of gardening and you feel like you're struggling because of anything in your life, just know, keep planting, keep going, keep pushing. The yield will continue.
I wish they could see you carrying 5 heads of cabbage.
Look at you. Look at all your carrots.
I know.
I don't know if you guys, hold on. We have cabbage. Now, are these good cabbage or worm-infested cabbage?
Those are all the good ones.
Okay, because we did have some that were worm-infested, and that was a bummer.
Yeah, so the caterpillars got to some, and they're smaller because they probably stunted from the heat. But these, again, they're going to be amazing in the fall.
What's the benefit of having animals when you have bad produce? Like some of the cabbage that we had? Yeah. The animals get fed.
Yeah, exactly.
Huge benefit.
Less feed bill. I'm so hot.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Can you bring me the sand?
Yes.
And a bucket to put carrots in.
What? How deep? One of the greatest benefits that we have had by adding animals to our property, leaves of all of the vegetables.
That's heavy. I got it. Thank you.
So is a perfect example of a broth bag. So in here is chicken, leftover chicken, bones, onions from, let me show you exactly what's in here. So these would be leeks. These are the leek stalks from our garden. These are onions and peels from our garden. And so sometimes when you have extra of those, the cow, our precious Buttercup, will eat anything green from the garden. She hammers all the cabbage leaves. We're super grateful because the big cabbage stalks they're pretty massive, and she loves them. And so do the pigs. So whatever the cow doesn't eat, then the pigs will eat. And so we kind of have this like trickle down, like we'll give some things to the cow, and then whatever she doesn't eat, the pigs get, and then whatever the pigs get, the chickens get. The chickens will get certain things first. Broth bags we probably have like 10 of these in our kitchen at all times. So when we would either buy a chicken, which is not ideal, but we ran out of our chickens that we raised for meat. That's that about the broth bag. So if we are constantly making these broth bags, and usually in our broth we'll have leeks or onions or both sometimes if we have them available, which now that we harvested a lot of leeks, they'll always be in our broth.
That was an extra.
It is an extra that we used to not do, but there's a sweetness to leek leaves that we absolutely love. So we put in our broth bags. The original point, actually coming back, and pretty proud of myself that I didn't forget, is we have a lot of the extras. And because of the extras, we don't need all of them in the broth bags, and so we will go and refeed these to the animals, like I said. If you guys have any interest into our broth, we did a video a while ago on how we make our chicken broth. It is something that is always on hand. It is always super easy to just make quick meals for the kids. And so I would just encourage you, even if you guys are growing, and this is a beautiful, beautiful cabbage. Well done. Good job. If this is all you harvest and the cabbages aren't massive, that's okay. There's so many things that you can do with the food and food scraps if you have animals.
Sorry, it's okay. Here, you want to do the last couple? Okay, let's take the carrot greens and we're gonna go wash them.
I have a piece.
Okay, so one benefit of growing stuff yourself is you end up with all of these extras. And so carrot tops, I would think most people would think probably to give it to their chickens or their pigs. We gave a lot of carrot tops to Buttercup. She loved them. Can someone let me know if there is anything that they know of things from the garden that a cow should not have? She really liked broccoli greens, she really liked cauliflower greens, she liked carrot tops, and so we were giving her a lot of carrot tops and to the pigs, but the rest of these I am actually going to freeze. I'm going to add to our freezer bags that we have for bone broth. So I don't want to necessarily use my carrots, but I can use the carrot tops to add to my bone broth. So don't let anything go to waste if you can help it. So right now we're going to wash it, and then we're going to go ahead and put it in some bags.
The goal is to scoop like that, and then go done. Okay? You try.
Okay, what are you guys working on?
What? We are making, it's really hot, so we're making chicken ice peckers.
That's so fun. So we're going to freeze this.
So we freeze these.
And then they'll peck at the ice.
We'll just throw them into their area, and they just peck, 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 and there's a reward inside of all that ice.
Yeah, it's such a
So it cools them down. Okay, remember?
Not like that.
Not like that. Remember, look. Put the seed in the cup, and then drop the whole cup. Go, done. Done. And now you do it again.
Okay, so we have our carrot tops just hanging up just to dry out just a little bit.
Okay, set it down.
Not actually dry out, but
just set it down.
It's dripping. So
Yay!
I could definitely put them straight into bags, but
High five.
I don't have the bag set up yet, so we're just gonna do that for now. Try to clean up the kitchen, and then I feel like them hanging up here out of the way is out of the way enough where I can come back to that project.
I hope.
Ready?
This one I washed and dried.
Okay.
Okay, push it down.
Okay.
Now what? Now what do you say?
Thank you.
No, more please.
More please.
Okay.
I want more, Daddy.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Yeah.
High five.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you.
Puppies, I want more, Daddy. I want more, Daddy.
Do you like to sing?
Uh-huh.
Singing is fun, huh? Do chickens like sunflower seeds? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it nice to help the chickens cool down during the summer?
Mm-hmm.
Last one. Say last one.
I want more, Daddy.
Look what we did. Okay, guys. All of this, we'll do like one of these a day or two of the little quarts, the half quarts. And we'll just freeze these in the deep freezer. In about a day, we'll be able to start the process of throwing them out on a really hot day like today. For now, we're gonna have to clean up a little bit of this mess.
That's good. Wet hair, change of clothes. The only thing about the heat is how many showers do we like to take a day?
At least 2. If you're spending the day outside and you're not in air conditioning, you're doing 2 showers
You
a day.
guys missed it, and we went on a little scavenger hunt to try to find the guinea fowl, and we thought they were gone. Like, we couldn't find them.
Couldn't hear them.
We couldn't hear them.
So that means our neighbors probably heard them.
Uh-huh. Right down at the end of our scavenger hunt, we heard them coming down the hill. Okay, so we're trying a new method, and I'm gonna do it with these spring/summer carrots. So if it doesn't turn out well, I won't ruin my entire next crop. I want to do some lacto-fermented carrots, and I want to do other recipes, but I also really would love to have fresh carrots for a long time. And so they say to cover them with sand, with moist sand, and hopefully that this will preserve them for a good amount of time. We don't have a true root cellar, but it is cooler downstairs. So hopefully this will keep them preserved enough. You help? I help? All right, let's all get messy. Go ahead. And this was just sand we had on hand from other projects. So if this works, we'll just go buy some more sand. Okay, ready? Can you dump it?
Yeah.
Oh, you just drop it. Drop yours in, Cal. Cassidy, you do it?
Uh-huh.
All right, ready? Scoop it.
Go down, 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 down the sand go. I help.
You help?
Uh-huh.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and put this down in the root cellar. Oh, why don't you go ahead and we'll save the baby carrots. We'll cook with those.
Okay.
Well, I guess this is how we should end the We Are Coming Out of Sickness vlog. I am dripping sweat being outside for the second time. I honestly think this might be a 3-shower day, and we are enjoying snacks and then leaving them, because isn't there something about being sick and kind of making your house a mess? We've been actually spending the last couple. Is he in the pen?
He was in the pen eating all the food.
Oh, we found food. We couldn't find Ricky. If you guys have missed it, Ricky is our pig that likes to free range. Ricky just goes underneath the fence and just kind of hangs out with us. We're doing some cleanup. I'm doing some garden cleanup. I am sweating. Ricky, you want to?
Out of there.
Oh, he smells the guinea fowl food.
How much food was in there? That feeder's almost empty.
There wasn't too much left.
You look so cute in oversized hats.
This is like,
Hey!
I'm wearing Daddy's hat, and
Daddy's
this is
hat.
us recovering from sickness. We got to get out, get some fun.
Gotta
Everybody
sweat.
wants to, everyone.
This is my second t-shirt, everybody.
This is my second t-shirt. Everyone wants to be on the hop-od.
Hop on.
Hop-od. Hop-od. Ricky.
Ricky, get out of there.
Ricky. I found a food. Come on, Ricky. Come on.
The problem is...
Go out. Okay.
Okay.
I think this is where we should end the vlog. We are sweating, getting outside, getting vitamin D. Even when we are sick, unless we can't move, the goal is to get outside and get into the fresh air. And so, trying to get outside, that's why I like gardening. Your hands or your feet touching the ground, getting some grounding, so much sweat. which is great because we need some sweat equity from taking a few days off. Oh, you chickies were good. Thank you for not going in there. You've been in big trouble. Oh, I know this video is long, but can I just show you one thing? Really quick. Guys, this is important. If you need to nourish your bodies because you either have a health issue or maybe you just want to have more energy for the people that you are around, growing your own food is probably going to be the way that you're going to get the most nutrient-dense food ever, as long as you take care of your soil. But speaking of soil, I am having an issue. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have a small head and Daddy has a big head. Okay, that's how the combination goes. I should take it off, but I'm so sweaty. And I'm trying to block the sun. I'm having a little bit of soil issue with my tomatoes. I have what we call blossom end rot, which means that if you look on the bottom, that is called blossom end rot, and it's from having, well, people say it could be from kind of irregular watering.
Mom,
Yeah,
look where the guineas are.
with Buttercup!
Yay, guineas!
Yay, guineas!
Yay!
This is why we pay you the big bucks.
I want 100 more guineas.
100 more guineas will be too much. Okay, blossom end rot, it's the calcium. And so if your soil is low in calcium or if there's kind of inadequate watering, we've had a really dry, it's been really dry the last handful of weeks. We've been watering. I water based on stress, and so I've watered a couple times a week, which is good. You'd rather water deep than daily and shallow. So I don't think it's a water issue as much as it is low calcium in my soil. So Philip crushed up some eggshells for me, and it probably is not going to benefit this season because it's going to take a little while for that soil to absorb the calcium. But I'm going to sprinkle in some crushed eggshells, and hopefully by next season my soil will be better and I won't have that issue. Can I eat that? Absolutely. I'm just going to cut off the end and use it, make a bunch of sauce. I'm going to hopefully have a year's worth of pasta sauce, salsa, ketchup, all the fun things. It is a bummer having to lose the end of my tomato based on the blossom end rot. But the good thing I wanted to show you was, look, we've got a blushing tomato. This is the one that is the furthest along. Blushing, 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 blushing. We still got a lot of green. Look at this, guys. I almost pulled this because it had a little bit of a issue when it was a baby. Like when it was a tiny tomato, like this size, it had this deformity on it. I almost pulled it so it could focus on putting energy into the other fruit. I'm glad I didn't. I'll just cut off this little guy.
Oh my gosh, I see tomatoes.
Look how massive. That's gonna be like, I don't know, it feels like a couple pounds.
My first tomato.
Daddy has something for you.
Daddy has something for me.
I
Okay.
would like to film it.
What do you have, Daddy?
It's in
I have something. Wait, can I eat my first tomato from our garden?
Can.
It's a little early.
That was from our is that a jalapeno or a jalapeno?
I don't know. Oh,
That was from our volunteer cherry tomato.
Daddy has a surprise for you. Daddy, say it.
Was that from over there? That's not jalapenos. Those are jalapenos that are
no, it
not
was on the ground.
spicy. Oh, I don't know.
So it's kind of a grab bag if it's on the ground.
Okay.
Okay, we have something
Callie's
for you,
favorite.
Mom.
These are called jalapenos.
Oh,
They're not as
jalapenos,
spicy.
Okay, ready?
Okay, sorry. I'll try not to do a little garden tour, but if you guys missed it, I did
Mom,
do a
stop.
hour-long garden tour. If you guys are interested in the details, and hopefully I gave enough tidbits. My goal, honestly, I don't have a lot of time. And so if I'm going to watch something, I want it to be beneficial and helpful for my life, whether it's inspirational or educational, encouragement. And so hopefully when I did the garden tour, you guys learned a handful of things, and hopefully we'll learn more as I continue to share. And I'm really hopeful that our infertility community here and all of our family here can get healthy together.
Show
That's my
Mommy.
big goal. Oh, you want to show me the present? Are you hot and sweaty? Okay, show me the present. Can you get it out? Oh, we got another spotted.
But it's animals.
This will be a fun one. Oh, maybe Mommy can actually keep up. You guys know the other spotted so well that hopefully, if we're all on the same
The kids have gotten so good and the cards have gotten so mangled. I found this.
It's time to get a new one.
And I was like,
I
oh,
bet you
these
they
are
have
fun.
a-
The
I bet you
animals
they
are
have
fun.
a
They probably have a
bunch.
lot of different ones. But I saw the cute
if you
little
guys
bear.
don't know about spotted, it's one of our
animals.
fun
This
family
really
games
good
we
for
do on a
kiddos.
regular basis.
Our kids
Our kids
are
love
really in the season of enjoying learning how to play games.
Yeah.
And Spotted is a great, inexpensive, like less than $10.
Spotted
Yeah.
is my favorite game.
Yeah. Okay, one more thing. I promise. This will be the end of the vlog.
Can we go
Look,
have game night and dinner?
we're
Caesar salad and
peeking up our
watermelon.
potatoes. I think these
Okay,
have
let's go play
peaked up
Spotted,
since
kids.
doing
Mommy's
the garden
gonna finish
tour.
the garden, and we're gonna go play Spotted.
I am sweating. I can't believe I'm like on here, like just like dripping. But it is what it is. Okay. Potatoes, they're coming up. It's so exciting. Okay. All right. We pulled all those carrots today. There's a bald spot. I'm starting to have a lot of bald spots in the garden. So it is time to, I have a long growing season. So I'm going to plant certain things again. And we'll see. It's a fun experiment. Until then, we love you guys. We are so thankful for you. If we don't tell you enough, I cannot express how much you guys have meant to us over the years, how you have encouraged us as we continue to share. Oh yes, you can say it. Hang on. We're just so thankful for all that you have done, supporting us and loving us and encouraging us. And I'm really excited to bring you guys along as we continue our journey. There's a lot to come.
And let your love multiply.
Go let your love multiply. Bye guys.